hang of it though, and almost had a few bangers, but after taking so long just to get a few
I want the 3 of the 2 on the 1.
working on the late Muskies entirely. I instead moved on to the main 3 air setup, which was ceiling, sidewall, and flipper set Muskies. Starting with the
I'm rubbing the
I thought this would be
like,
the easiest of the 3,
I want
but
to
at first I was messing up the setup even in slow motion. And even when I did get the right setup, I would sometimes accidentally turn my car sideways, which would mess it up. Except for this attempt. Wow. I decided to get 3 ceiling Muskies in a row before moving on to the next setup. The first 2 weren't that great because I didn't get multiple hits through the Muskie like you're supposed to, but the third one was a lot better. Perfect setup. Yes, there we go. Okay, there's 3. Next up was the sidewall Muskie. This was a real struggle because I kept hitting it with the wrong part of my car, so I was getting no speed on the ball. It was nice to be able to keep the ball close to my car and go for something else from it, but that wasn't what I was going for. And just like last time, I wanted to get 3 in a row before moving on. But I was working on these for so long that I decided to just
starting not
these
to give a
3, even though
freaking
they were
suffer
all
in their
bad.
consequence.
Finally, it was time for the flipper set
Because we drink to my accomplishments, faded way too long, I'm flowing in and out of consciousness, and they saying I'm back. I'd agree with that. Time with all this shit, I still believe in that. I had someone tell me I fell off, ooh, I needed that. See me pick back up, well, where'd I leave it at? I know I exaggerated things, now I got it like that. Tuck my napkin in my shirt cause I'm just mobbing like that. Well, that you don't want about me like that. Let me touch your body like that. No, don't do it. Please don't do it. Cause one of us goes in and we all go through. See, Drizzy got the money, so Drizzy gon' play it. Those my brothers, I ain't even gotta say it. That's just something they know. They know, they know, they know. They know, they know.
Not a great start, but the rest of the day was way better because the theme was dodge control. This would really allow me to work on my creativity in the air, unlike with day 1. I once again took inspiration from Kevpert's videos, and he mentioned the 3 types of dodges to practice are touch then dodge, dodging right into the ball, and pre-flips. I spent 30 minutes on each of the 2 training packs, and these are the highlights. Each pack has many different scenarios, so I was able to get a bunch of satisfying goals. Like for this one, I got a cross-map popper set, which you'll be seeing a lot more of later in the week. Also, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I have a chronic addiction to no-look double taps, so every time I got a double tap opportunity, I couldn't help myself. I also had some moments where I was really close to scoring something insane, but was just off the mark. Oh my god, bro. The second pack was pretty similar to the first pack, but at this point, I felt like my air control was fully warmed up, and I really started to get some juicy clips. Yo, dude, these flip. One touch into a flip. Ooh. You know we gotta know what just random scenarios you can kind of pre-flip into it. Oh, that was good. The goal is to try and pre-flip or double. Whoa! Beautiful, and it's whatever. Oh. I also got a Z touch at one point while messing around, but that won't be the last time you see that. Technically, I was supposed to do this before the training packs, but I worked on my dodge control a little more with this 3D sideswipe map by first moving around without any air roll for 5 minutes, then just directional air roll for 5 minutes, free air roll for another 5 minutes, and finally 5 more minutes of no restrictions. Then it was time for the bonus mechanic, which was ceiling pinches. I had scored some before, but wasn't entirely sure how to set them up consistently. It was actually really easy, and I got it down in just a few minutes. All you gotta do is make sure you're going supersonic with the ball, stay under it, line up the car, and time your flip like with any other pinch. I started to get some really fast ones. Holy mackerel, bro. 130? Oh my god! That's another 130. I got the exact same speed, a 131, and nearly got one that would have been 142 kph. I was even able to place a pinch in the top corner at a pretty solid speed. I wanted to get 2 pinches in a row though before I was satisfied. These ones weren't super fast, but they still got the job done. At this point, I was a little less than 3 hours in. Since I wanted to keep things consistent, I decided that I had to train for 3 hours each day, including the 30-minute warm-up. With some of this extra time, I revisited the Muskies from yesterday. This time, it started to click after I took my time a bit more to line up my car before going for the flicks instead of rushing them. Okay, there we go. See, we're getting it down now. I think I just needed to see that. I think I'm about to end stream here soon, but I ended up getting... Oh, come on. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. That's a good way to end it. On day 3, I still didn't beat my air dribble challenge record, but I was consistently getting 12 to 13 seconds. So I knew that getting to 15 seconds was inevitable one of these days. In air dribble hoops, I finally got past level 7 according to my rules because I was able to air dribble it into a pinch. And I also got past level 8 this time legit, but it was pretty simple. I even managed to get past level 10, which meant I was now at a new record for this map. I still had a couple minutes left before the 10-minute mark, so I kept going. It took me more time than I thought to beat level 11, so I only had one attempt to beat level 12. It was pretty much the same as level 11, but mirrored, and unfortunately, I wasn't able to beat it. And for the obstacle course, I got to level 23, which tied my record, but I didn't have any time remaining to attempt level 24. So overall, this was my best warm-up session yet. The theme for day 3 was double taps, which was extremely fun because not only did I focus on fast double taps, but also sidewall doubles and corner wall doubles. Once I was able to get a couple speedy double taps in a row, I moved on to sidewall doubles, which are much tougher. Oh, come on. Dude, it's so easy to shoot it wide left. Wide right, though, that's kind of hard. Literally, I just need to get one, man. One. Oh! Okay, as I say, it's hard to shoot a wide right. I decided to come back to those and went for some corner ball doubles instead. I was able to score quite a few of those, and this is where my homie Fishy Dolphin popped into my chat and recommended some more training packs for me to use. By the way, he's a great streamer, so you should definitely go check him out on Twitch. There were some shots in this pack that didn't exactly fit the theme, but it was nice to get creative, and I almost peaked on this shot. No! Oh, I trolled. Eventually, I found some shots that focused on sidewall doubles, so I was finally able to score some after a little bit of a double. Now the question is, how do I... Oh my god, that's how. This corner wall double was way harder than the ones I did in the previous training pack, so I was only able to score this once. I ended up trying the bonus mechanic early, which was cycles, but once I started trying them, I was having too much fun and couldn't stop. First, there was just the redirect of the psycho without a setup touch, and I scored this pretty easily. But after that, there were a bunch of shots where you had to set up your own psycho, and each shot got progressively more difficult. I was stuck on the first shot for a while, and Fishy said he would sub if I was able to hit one. Oh, maybe? Okay, one bounce. I want to get a no bounce, but it's something, right? Hey, Fishy, appreciate the sub, dude. After that, I was on a roll. Oh, come on.
Bro, stop fucking inviting me. I don't want to play with your bitch ass, bro.
You should shut up. What?
No, me. Okay. Another one bounce? Almost two bounces wrong. But shot 9 was by far the most difficult to score. I took a little break by scoring shot 10, which was a sidewall double that you had to set up on your own. Get in there. Bang! Come on. Then my cousin came into the chat and said he would give 10 subs if I hit a no-bounce cycle on shot 9 in the next 10 minutes. So the pressure was on. Frick, dude. Wait. Dude. Oh, no! Oh my goodness, bro. No, I thought. But before I knew it, there was less than a minute left. Oh, time. Even though I failed the challenge, he still did 2 subs, so shout out to him. I still wanted to hit the shot though, so I gave myself 10 more minutes. Wait, it's okay, I'm gonna score right here. Come on! I scored that one pretty quickly into the 10 minutes, so I decided to take it a step further and try to score a no bounce. And that was perfect. Oh no. Come on! Come on now. No, don't bounce. Dude, I'm a fucking one guy's merchant. I didn't get a single no bounce in the end, but this thing was still the most fun one yet.
Taco Bell's Lux Created Boxes take you on lavish adventures. Luxuriate with the $5 box. Be transported with the $7 box. Or encounter delights in the $9 box, like the cheesy burritos. Choose your Lux Created.
Lose you, girl.
I
believe anyone, yes, anyone can get Grand Champ 2 in ranked 2v2. The problem is, and the reason 99% of you are not there, is because you're playing the game mode completely wrong. And it's not necessarily your fault, it's just that most of you watching don't know what the high ranks know about how 2v2 is meant to be played. So if you want to become unstoppable in your ranked 2 game, today I'm sharing the strategy I use to get Grand Champ 3 in ranked 2v2. Wait for it. Yes, wait for it. Solo kill. Jokes aside, there are 7 things I'm going to teach you today that you need to understand in order to make this work. But I promise, if you can follow this, you will become unstoppable in 2. The best part is, you don't need to spend 4,000 hours like I did, and you also don't need Zen level mechanics. Without any further ado, this is my 7-step easy GC3 without being messy to the class. Now you might be wondering, Luke, who are you and why are you so confident that this stuff actually works? And the reason is because I've been coaching for the last 4+ years, and I see this stuff all day, every day, because I run Rocket League's largest coaching company, GrandChampBootcamp.com.
I've actually reached GC before. That's just with no mechanics, to your point, like just usually being smart, play the corners, you know, like give space. Like you can get pretty far with that.
For access to all of my courses completely for free, just join the Discord. We've got over 40,000 members in there. It's completely free to join. You can leave whenever you want. Now let's get into the video. The key to winning the most possible 2v2 games is maximizing your impact. Most players don't win in 2v2 because they view the game mode completely the wrong way. If you enter your ranked 2 game thinking every time you get the ball, you need to score, you're going to make bad decisions. The reason is, high-ranked players know that not every time you get the ball is a scoring opportunity. You need to understand roles. Let me talk to you for a second. Classes in session, everybody pencil down. Diamond Champ players, you need to write this down. Sorry, leave that out. First role in ranked 2v2, get this, is called First Man. The First Man's job is to apply pressure. You're going to want to move the play forward while not committing. Second Man in 2v2 is the supporting role. Second Man's job is cover the worst possible option. Okay, now that you understand these rules, let's get into in-game examples and let me show you the things that you need to do differently that I'm telling you 90% of ranked players just get completely wrong. The mistake many low-ranked players make is trying to make every attack a winner. The issue is, as you get to the high ranks in ranked 2v2, you have to think of defenses as almost always being double layered. What does this mean? Well, at the low ranks, you get a lot of very fortunate 1v1 situations. Low rank players don't recover and overcommit and are all driving the boost when the play's going on, and so you get a lot of 1v1. But at the high ranks, 90% of the time you get the ball, it's going to be when there are 2 of them. That's what this means is as you get to the higher ranks, you have to accept that not every attack or not every shot is going to be scoreable. Instead, you want to think this. My goal when I get the ball is to get it around the first defender while still maintaining possession. So many players get into the trap of just flicking the ball every time they get it, or shooting the ball immediately when they get it. And the problem here is, well, yes, flicking the ball or shooting it might get over one defender. When defenses are double layered, once you get to 3, 2, 1, it's very rarely going to be able to score if all you can do is flick the ball away to low possession. Instead, when you get the ball, if there are 2 players back and you see a double layer of defense, you want to take the ball to open space. You want to move it to positions where we can outplay the first man. When we face the opposing defense into challenging, that will you create a 2v1. If you don't have a shooting angle on that, take the ball to open space. Stall time, control the ball, set up wall plays, even set up dribble plays for cut. Anything but giving possession or just moving the ball and flipping away is going to work wonders as first man offense. But what about the situations where you have no space? Let's say you get the ball and there's 2 opponents back and they're already challenging. Let's talk about first man offense with no space. The mistake a lot of low-rank players make when they're getting early challenge is trying to speed up or force the play. Instead, what I recommend you do is you play slow. Even as first man, it's okay to intentionally lose the 50-50. What you can actually do is get the opposing first man to challenge, lose the ball to your teammate, and then all of a sudden, your teammate should now get the ball in a 1v1 while this one's still recovering and you're supporting your teammate. Effectively, by slowing the play down and letting them challenge you early, you create a 2v1. But for now, let's move into the third thing, the last thing you need to understand as first man on offense, dead plays. Sometimes you might get a heavy touch, or you might lose control, and you'll accidentally push the ball into the opposing corner, and you don't really have a shot possible. In these situations, it can be very tempting to try to take the ball out, or make a center, or go for some sort of miraculous shot. But sometimes, when you're in your opponent's corner and you see that the defense is back, it's better to leave the ball and try to make impact off the ball than try to force a play that's already dead. Instead, we want to fake like we're going for the ball, and then leave it and do something called a run through. A run through is when you ignore the ball and rotate across the field, off the ball to the opposite side, while looking for demos along the way. The reason run-throughs are so much better than trying to force a dead play in the corner is
Never bad bitch, go hard.
potentially eliminate the last man back and sort of create a 1v1 or create a 2v2 opportunity for your teammate. But at the same time, you're also rotating back.
Get stronger with bets and class equipment at Planet Fitness. Pay $28 or more when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Planet Fitness is the official fitness partner of the Oregon Ducks Athletics. Deal extended to Friday, January 16th. Chaos isn't music to anybody's ears. Azure brings everything into one clean view, so you can finally hear yourself think, did I feed the dog cat food?
Sort of a win-win situation if you don't think a goal is likely. Understanding these three concepts on offense alone
I'm on it
is
to be
critical to catapult
savage.
you through champ and even Grand Champ 1 without you having to play the ball. But when you do get the ball, it's still important that you can be mechanical. Last year, I was hard stuck GC1 for over 12 months. And the reason was because I knew what I needed to do, or I knew what I wanted to do, I just didn't have the mechanics or the consistency do it. That's when I started working with a retired pro coach, Scott. He got over 2,000 MMR into these SSL, and so I knew he'd be able to help a watch player like me figure out the new mechanics of rank 2s. After just a few weeks of some new training packs and consistent practice, 20 to 30 minutes a day, 2 to 3 times a week, I hit a new peak rank of Grand Champ 3 that put me in the top 20,000 players. If you can relate to me, you also might be a good fit for one-on-one coaching with Scott or any of our other SSL ranked coaches at my coaching company, the Grand Champ Group. Inside the GCB Unlimited, we use paid one-on-one coaching for 18 plus players ranked Diamond and above. I'm also personally in the Discord 5 days a week through the entire month of September. Currently, my coach Scott is still accepting new students, but I paired 4 different champ players with him last week, so he's only got 8 spots left open as of the time I'm making them. To get started with coaching, be on my team Discord account with the keyword GC to see if you qualify, 18 plus. This leads me into my last and final point for first man offense, and that's rotate off the ball. By turning and rotating back through the play instead of rotating off the ball, you might accidentally collide with the ball, you might accidentally take it the wrong way, and you're going to interfere with your teammate. 90% of the time, if a play is dead, you want to rotate off the ball to get back to second. Okay, now let's talk about second man offense. Don't overcommit for the center. I'm telling you, you're below SSL, the most common way you get scored on is by overcommitting for a ball in the center. We all know what I'm talking about, and we all see it when our teammates do it, but very few of us realize when we do it. If you're waiting for center when you're the last man back, you have to understand that if the ball is behind you, consider it a goal. What this means is if the ball is centered, unless you have a clear line on the net, and there's no chance that the opponent can recover, or put up a hand, or anything to stop you, don't go. Attacking the ball right in front of your opponent's net, when they're already set up to block it, and your teammate is overextended, it's a sure way to get scored on and break one. Instead, behind time from your team, let the ball come back to the middle, maybe you take it to the half line, maybe you just sit on it and wait to take a 50. Whatever you do, don't commit. Do this and you will save yourself 2 or 3 goals every single game, I promise you. Which leads into my 5th point. Force the ball without committing. When you're first man on defense and you have a teammate behind you, get the ball off your opponent while not over-committing. What you want to do is win the ball through your teammate behind you. We want to just drive and lead. Sometimes drive and hit the ball and rotate, or drive and demo the opponent and then rotate. If you can just stop front footing as the first man on defense and losing 50s and then leading your teammate back in 2v1, oh my god, you will, it's hard to be below GT. Unfortunately, if you are below GT watching, there will be a lot of times where you're left with the only man back. Maybe your teammate wasn't listening to idea number 5 and they just full sent in your opponent's corner. Now you're by yourself, what do? You need to understand the concept of buying time. In these situations, you want to rely heavily on fake challenges and shadow defense. A very good strategy when you're trying to buy time can be putting the ball in your corner. When you put it in your corner, there are very narrow angles to score, and the opponents are going to have to find a way to get it out in order to score again. In most cases, this will give your teammate enough time to get back. So it can be a very good strategy if you can to position the car between the ball and the net to sort of force your opponent into the corner, or if you actually challenge with the back of the ball, you can then take it back to your own corner. Sometimes taking it back, if it means your goal is time, can be better than going right back with a counterattack or trying to stop it at half. Finally, I've saved the best for last. The most important rule of this entire video that will probably get you to Grand Champ faster than any other rule is don't creep to your front post. When you're on defense and you have a teammate in front of you, your teammate's goal is to get the ball off the opponent. And most of the time, what this means is that in your back post, you will always be ready for the ball. If the opponent gets around your teammate and they're still in the corner, you have time to drive up the challenge. And if they recenter, you have time
Baby girl, you're so damn fine though.
The shot and the net to
From behind though.
The back post allows you to stop pretty much every attack.
I press rewind though. I got a Glock to my Rari.
Mistake that every diamond and every champ, and even Grand Champ 1 that I coach make, is push up to the front post. But the problem is, if it goes off your backboard or if it goes to the center, when you're on the front post,
17 shots, no, 38. Got a Glock in my Rari. I'm like, yeah, she's fine. I'm like, walk past like crash. My time, I got the soda. And boys, they know what.
You will pretty much be unstoppable in Grand Champ 2 or below without ever having to whip out your knife.
Tell me what you see. Is it money or is me?
Once you start to get to the higher rank, chances are most people are going to know this stuff. In these cases, it's really important that you have the mechanics to score when you do
I'm like, yeah.
Scoring chances. Good news is, I just dropped a video that goes perfectly with this. It's called The Simplest Way to Get Mechanical in 2024. Pair it with this video, and you'll be golden for it. As always, let me know if this was helpful. Thank you so much for watching.
What next?
She's fine, wonder when she what feels like and I'm moving.
What will you discover next?
The United States is the largest and the most profitable market in the world, and that's why it's so important for us to be relevant here and for us to continue to grow and to add scale.
We are at a pivotal moment. I think when we talk about AI, there's still a lot of focus on data centers and the infrastructure piece of it. Clearly a lot of capital markets activity and a lot of financing has taken place to support that infrastructure growth. And now more and more it is about the use cases where you see tangible benefits of AI.
I think dialogue and relationship will ultimately become increasingly important in the face of AI. Ultimately, it's all about the ROI from AI investment. If you look back at history, transformational innovations that have driven
equity returns historically, what we see there is that the lion's share of value creation accrues typically to the application layer, to the downstream industry. One thing is clear and very evident on this conference.
I said, girl, why you keep calling? Yeah.
It's tangible and it's
Cause I know that you're still balling. She said you wanna go back to the future, so how about that? Girl, I don't love it. Until I gotta go, so I'm gonna slaughter it.
Rocket League in 2024 is not the same as it used to be if you wanted to. Now, Rocket League is harder. The question is, what makes mechanical players in 2024? What are the 20% of things these mechanical gods are doing that are giving them 80% of the results? That is the question, and after a week of...
But I treat it like my city show.
Editing to bring you this video today...
20 more minutes until I'm
are
off.
the 5 skills, 5 things
20 more minutes until I'm off.
that you might not realize.
20 more minutes until I'm hard. 20 more minutes until I'm hard. 20 more minutes until I'm hard.
The answer is hasn't come easy. Now that I'm 20
Damn, I just died.
Unfortunately, I've had to learn
I gotta go. Water ground.
without being some crash husband.
It's not.
Like you don't have as much time to play this game as I used to. My full-time job is running my coaching company, GrandChampBootcamp.com, and it's what led me to discovering these 5 skills I'm using to keep up, and that I used to do Grand Champ 30 2 months ago while playing the game for an hour a day. The good news is, by the end of this video, my promise to you is you'll have 5 concrete steps you can follow to get mechanical, no matter what rank, age, or skill level you're starting. Let's begin. Skill number 1, first touches. Mechanical players make it look easy because they make perfect first touches. You are unstoppable. You can flip reset and go low, continue air dribble, bump. The options are endless. But the problem is, most of us do training where the first touch is already handled for us, or the ball is set up perfect every time in the same spot. So we never have to worry about taking possession or gaining control.
Because you want me, because I got that.
We wonder why things are so hard and we have no space to set things up. So if you've ever felt like
Damn, I just started. Damn, I just started.
Maybe that's true, but more likely the problem is you're not making fast, controlled first touches the right way. For starters, when I'm coaching people in the Diamond and Champ lane, and I try to give pointers on this, I find myself reminding students to make their first touch away from the opponent. Contrary to popular belief, you don't just want to take the ball straight at the net when you get it. Instead, you want to make your first touch away because that creates time for you to set up the play. Take this example from my last educational school. Don't worry about it. This is a private game. Now, as an example, I see 2 defenders back. So what most players would do is they would keep this ball coming at them and they'd hit it right back into the corner. But instead, if you see an opponent already positioned in the corner, I make my first touch towards midfield. By making the touch towards midfield, I have more time before the defender can apply pressure, and it allows me time to set up a cut and eventually score. So that's tip number 1. That's the game sense solution for making better first touches. But if you feel like you know what to do and you just don't have the time to do it in the game, the best catch-all
Ball's in my bag.
first touch training in free play. Specifically, I recommend my hot potato drill. I broke this down more in my top 5 free play drills a year or 2 ago, but basically go into free play, spawn the ball in front of your card using the down command on your controller, and then your goal is to hit the ball in a circle without letting it bounce more than once. Get it? It's hot potato, so it's not supposed to. Yeah, okay. What this will do is it will improve your timing and your speed to take control of the ball because you'll get better first touches. If you're having trouble learning this timing on the up bounce, or this is just your first time doing a drill like this, go into free play and enable slow motion. Reduce the game speed down to something like 50%. Now the same rules apply, we're just waiting for the ball to bounce before we make contact, that way we don't kill it, instead we lift the ball up. As you improve, you can go faster by adding in power slide taps or power slide cuts, and you can finish with a bounce dribble shot or a hook shot using a speed flip or a barrel roll if you don't know speed flips yet. Practice this for 5 minutes during your warm-up every day for a week or 2 until you get consistent, and I promise your first touches will 10x in consistency in your rankings. Skill number 2, drill, the setup. Most players obsess about the ending of a mechanic. If it's a dribble, you're practicing the flip. If it's an air dribble, you're working on the carry. If it's a ceiling shot, you're practicing the shot. The issue is, for most of you watching, especially at the intermediate range, the success of your mechanic is not going to be dependent on the finish, it depends on your setup. Instead of practicing the ceiling shot, practice hitting the ball up so that way it almost hits the ceiling and then learn the rest of the mechanics. Instead of practicing your flicks, practice the catch that sets up the dribble in the first place. Instead of practicing the carry on the ground air dribble, practice the first touch and the setup. Practice the pop that you're getting into the air. For example, let's look at high-ranked players' dribble. The weird truth is that these high-level players aren't actually dribbling faster than people like you and me. They just set up their dribbles faster than people like you and me. Think about it. They're not actually doing more than us, they're doing less. The difference is when a pro sets up these mechanics, there's no wasted movement. Next time you go into training, spend your first 5 minutes just practicing the first touch and then cancel the shot. If you're practicing dribbles, just practice catching the ball. Reset, catch, dribble. Reset, catch, dribble. You don't need to score it. Then once you do your couple minutes of practicing the setup, the rest of the warm-up, do the entire pass start to finish. The point I'm trying to make is, the more guaranteed your setup, the more guaranteed you're actually going to be able to do these mechanics in play. Skill number 3, dodge control.
When you don't have dodge control and you limit your options on the ball, and what happens is you're then giving your opponents opportunities to outplay you. It's twofold. It's to keep control for yourself so you can make threatening plays, but even more so is to keep the ball out of the opponent's hands and making sure that they're the ones having to play defense and stop you from outplaying.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can cancel a flip in any direction in Rocket League. So there are almost infinite ways you can combine these things, but pros now are using this everywhere. One new example of this is something that's been coined the Nina flip. Basically, you'll see a pro jump and arrow towards the wall, and then they'll flip away from it to cancel their flip and land.
Everyone,
Or sometimes a pro will set up an air dribble off their own back wall, and then they'll speed flip into it, but they'll cancel that flip midway, partially to position their nose up again. Wayton has done this a twist flip of his back, and it's really useful here. There's a lot of pros do this on back wall setups. But that's
However, our third quarter
Rise from cubicles to crowds with Round Table's new triple crown pepperoni pizza with 3 types of pepperoni. Round Table's new triple crown pepperoni pizza for just $21.99.
Tomorrow, you might regret not finding the adventure in today. Life isn't about finding anything. It's about creating it. Every day you have the choice to turn curiosity into action. You don't have to go far. You just have to go.
That seems intimidating, don't worry.
Everyone.
For starters, what we can do is learn how to do flip cancel after hitting ball. And basically all we're going to do is we're going to go for the normal shot. You don't really have to score it. Actually. But the goal is, after you make contact with the ball, we want to land on the nearest surface by flip canceling through the shot. So after we front flip, we're going to pull down, for example, or after we speed flip, we're going to pull down and hold to cancel our flip and successfully land or recover on a nearby surface. Another way you can practice this is with a pack that I mentioned in my recent Get Mechanical video. It's from Kepler. It's literally called Dodge Control. It's got all sorts of shots where you can use speed flip and cancel to stay close to the ball and recover on nearby walls. And finally, for more advanced players, I'll even give you this custom pack that my pro coach Shot has given me on my Climbback as well. Bear in mind, this pack is only 5 shots, but it's specifically designed for quick aerial recoveries onto the wall. Have you ever wondered if you're working on the right stuff for your rank and for your weaknesses? If so, you might benefit from one-on-one coaching. Earlier this year, I launched the Grand Champ Bootcamp Unlimited, which is a 12-week one-on-one coaching experience by Rocket League players for Rocket League players ranked platinum and above, 18 plus. As of the time I'm recording this, Shock has just 12 of the 30 spots left open for one-on-one coaching. If you want to see if you qualify for one-on-one coaching with me and my team, DM my team Discord account, keyword now, to get started. The first link in the description below, that's the keyword now to see if you qualify for one-on-one coaching. The fourth thing mechanical players are doing these days is avoiding rank 3v3.
The reason like rank 3v3 isn't taken very seriously, especially by professional players, for lack of better terms, it's ball chases harder. That's not cultivating any sort of good habit for professional threes or good habit for general Rocket League theory in general or Rocket League meta. It's actually quite stressful to be chased all game by rank 3 players who are bumping you and chasing you and chasing the ball, and it's not really helpful to them in any sense, which is why pros don't take it seriously.
Spoiler, nowadays, the best pros don't give a about the rank 3 class. Instead, rank 2v2 is actually where the best players in the world play, and the top players on the rank 2 leaderboard are informally considered, the top rank players.
You have more space to execute on the ball and practice your mechanics in twos. In threes, you're doing a lot more team play and like leaving the ball and forcing. You're doing more bumping and boost control. But in twos, it's a lot more I'm executing on the ball and practicing my mechanics, and I'm outplaying the defense more.
The fifth thing all the fastest improving players are doing right now is mastering their car control. The reason this is so important is because in the last 5 years, players have discovered so many new moves in Rocket League that if you don't spend time to learn these moves in free play or in training, you're going to be left behind. I'm not just talking about wave dashes and half flips and speed flips. I'm talking about more complicated mechanics like arrow left or arrow right, and recovery things like empty jumps, zap dashes, wall dashes, flip cancels, like we were focusing on earlier. These are all new things that you didn't need to be a pro or need to be a Grand Champ or SSL 5 years ago, but now they're standard afterthought level. And bear in mind this is a new thing, but I think it's important for you guys watching, because if you're somebody who just doesn't ever want to go and free play, like me for example, if you don't know how to speed flip and you're not willing to go watch a speed flip tutorial and learn speed flips, I don't know how else to say this, but like, you're kind of going to be left behind, because speed flips are like the tip of the iceberg now. People are learning them and doing them even in Dynasty, which is why, to bring it back to you, if I was restarting my Rocket League journey and I was trying to think about where to start after watching a video like this, I would go back and I would master my car control first. I'd probably be playing free play before I even start grinding rank. So I could give you like a 3-step order, right? Number one, I would spam free play, right? I would learn all the different moves, half flips, wave dashes, classes, and all the new mechanics I sort of have to get down and remember and discover. Then I would go into workshop maps to further improve my dribble, to further improve my aerial control and range. And then only after that, after I'm getting to like either champ or even closer to grand champ at this point, then I would start and specific mechanics and 1v1.
Last, sometimes we recap, but I guess you know now.
That order instead of what I actually did, which was like grinding rank 3s for my first 800
She took the whole thing. Slow down.
More mechanical player today, and I could probably have gotten to where I am in literally a third of the time. I genuinely believe that. Anyway, now that you know these ideas, you're probably wondering, Luke, okay, ready to go train, what mechanics should I learn?
Pay me enough to react.
That's you, you're in luck. I just dropped my new 2024 mechanics tier list. Click here for my updated tier list on the best mechanics to learn at your rank in 2024. Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys.
It can be a rude awakening when your cat has tummy troubles. Phil's prescription diet GI Nutrition helps support digestive upsets and other GI issues in as little as 24 hours. So you can both feel better.
The only thing better than a Red Robin Tavern Burger is a Red Robin Tavern Burger with a bottomless side and beverage for less than $10. Holy hamburgers, they did it! Get a taste of burger obsession with the Big Yum Burger deal for just $9.99. Red Robin, Yum.
Ranked players, do you ever wonder if you're working on the wrong stuff? Let me tell you something. If you're playing Rocket League for an hour a day, or most likely more than that, and you are not seeing any progress or nearly as much progress as me, guess what? The problem is you are working on the wrong stuff. The reason is because in the last 9 Rocket League seasons, I have averaged 2 rankings per day because I spend most of my time making these videos and running the coaching company at the Grand Champ Boot Camp. And yet, I just hit a new peak rank
I
of Grand Champ
know.
3. That's
I don't bet they at the crib going
playing roughly an hour a day. The reason I say this is not to flex, although the reason is because I talk with players every day in Platinum, Diamond, Champ, you name it, that put in 3 times the hours as me, and yet see half the results. So today, I want to share with you exactly what you should learn, and the order I would have learned mechanics if I could go back 4,000 hours to when I was making these videos back in high school. Don't show them the clips, merch. Stop, don't do it. Stop. And as a bonus, I'll show you updated proof out this video of using these mechanics in lobbies this year, so that way if you watch this, I guarantee you will improve faster. Let's get into it. Okay, starting from the bottom below the tier list, first mechanic I would learn is controller. When I started out Rocket League, I didn't realize that controller, and more specifically, PS4 controller, is the optimal setup for pro play. The reason I wish I would have done this when I started is because for those of you who don't know, I played 500 hours on KVM. Go to my old Minecraft channel. Actually, wait. Don't put that in the description. Don't go to my old Minecraft channel. And you'll see me on the keyboard where it says ball cam, hit space to turn on ball cam. It was terrible. Let me just tell you. The reason KVM is not as optimal as controller, for those of you who don't know, because you don't have access to your joystick. You don't have 360 degree movement for certain mechanics when it comes to steering, right? And when it comes to even things like air roll that like some pros like Zen are using now, and we'll talk about that later in the list. The point is, if you can start programming your muscle memory with a controller on a PC setup, that is optimal performance. I just had to get that out of the way. Okay, getting into the real tier list, bronze through gold, the only mechanic is keybinds, aka settings. Most players make their first mistake before they even start learning mechanics by picking bad keybinds. So before you skip ahead, do not make the same mistake I did. Just copying the pro's controls and moving on and trying to learn mechanics is a mistake. The reason is because for those of you who don't know, when I got into the game, I copied a pro player's controls called Rizzo. You understand? And what I didn't realize was that by copying Rizzo's controls, I would be putting my drive button on joystick. I have spent 4,000 hours basically ingraining a movement pattern that is not optimal at the highest ranks. Rizzo is no longer a pro, God bless Rizzo, but let me tell you, the keybind that I put there has impaired my ability to properly control my car on the ground. Now, I've learned how to work around it in some ways, but if I could go back, the first thing I would do, I'd watch a proper keybind guide from a verified source. If you consider me good enough, great. That way you know that your settings won't hold you back. Okay, jumping straight into Platinum, I have a bold claim to make. You only need 5 mechanics to get out of Platinum. Don't believe me? Hear me out, because these are the only 5 mechanics I used when I was doing my last Grand Champ, and that I use whenever I smurf against guys in private lobbies. In private lobbies. So funny. I do this educational smurf series where I play against players in my coaching program in private lobbies, and I always love reading the comments. I can't believe you're smurfing Luke. Like, watch the video. It's a private lobby. I said it in the intro. Anyways, number 1, Wave Dash. Wave Dash is a fundamental mechanic of Rocket League, and the reason I want you to learn Wave Dash is not because it's game-changing, like you could get Diamond without knowing how to Wave Dash. Actually, wait, you could. But the reason I'm recommending it is just because it's so simple and so straightforward, and it's the first, like, quick win you can get when you learn Rocket League. So wave dashing will increase your speed. It's probably the easiest mechanic for any beginner to learn, so start there. Mechanic number 2, half flip. The reason half flips are so important is because most players in Platinum are terrible at positioning. You'll drive to the wrong spot, and if you don't know how to get out of it, you will spend 10 seconds slowly backing up. Not ideal. Your high-rank friends will not be impressed. Not only those things, but half flips will teach you how to air roll and flip cancel. I'll explain this more later at some of our high-level mechanics like speed flips and even some of our high ranks, but these flip cancels are super important because when you get to high-level aerial control, very oftentimes you'll want to hit a ball and then cancel your flip to recover. Or you'll want to, like, for example, speed flip midair and cancel the flip in such a way that your nose stays up and you can follow it. Now, I'll save this for some of the more advanced stuff later, but foundationally, learning half flip so that way you can one, learn how to flip cancel, and two, learn air rolls, and make sure that you have good air roll binds, whether it's air roll left or air roll right or just using joystick air roll. Each of them is fine for Platinum. I'm uncoordinated. Half flips will teach you so many foundational skills. That's 2 of the 5 mechanics you need in Platinum. Okay, stay with me. Mechanic number 3, shooting. And by shooting, I really just mean power shots. Like, can you drive at the ball and jump and flip through it? Like, not jump, hit it, and then flip after. Not flip first, so that way, like, your hood smacks it. Hit the ball with the nose of your car and time your dodge. The reason this is so important because the most powerful touch you can get in Rocket League is a touch where you're dodging through the ball. And so if you don't learn this basic timing, you're going to struggle with all the later shots. Not just that, but let me tell you something honest about Platinum players, and I don't say this to insult, I say this to teach. Platinum players, most of them can't hit the ball. They think they can hit the ball. They'll tell you they can air dribble in the YouTube comments, but they can't hit the ball. I don't recommend you do that. But if you're on offense, you can just literally sit at half field and let Platinum miss until you have an open net. Or if you're on defense, sit in your net and let the attack miss until the ball is free and then go for it. And if you can just do that and hit the ball when it's clean, free, and safe, you will get through Platinum. If you don't believe me, or if you think that won't work, it's probably because you don't know mechanic number 4, going back post. Rather than learn how to save the ball backwards, which is hard, and I recommend you do eventually, spoiler, in Diamond, why don't we just start by learning how to rotate back post? For the Platinums watching, if you don't know what back post is, the back post is the post opposite ball side. And the reason it's so important to be back post is because when you're positioned on your back post, every ball that's hit is in front of you. So guess what? You don't need shadow defense. You don't need backward saves, because every ball is in front of you. If you go watch my old Road to Grand Champs, and by the way, this is why I stopped doing my Road to Grand Champs, because I don't like doing this, but if you go watch those games, you will see me bully Platinum players. Like, just bully them. We're out of Platinum in like 2 episodes. And the reason for that is not because I was using crazy mechanics against them. I would just sit back post, they'd hit me the ball and then I'd save it. Or I'd wait middle and they'd throw the ball away and then I'd save it. So I guess here's what I'm trying to say. Is back post the optimal way to defend a good attacker who's dribbling the ball and flicking it? Absolutely not. In that case, you should shadow defend, and we'll talk about that in a second. But the truth is, if you are playing in a Platinum 2 lobby and somebody's dribbling on you, 9 out of 10 times, they're going to mess up their dribble, give you the ball, or just whiff entirely. And then you will take the ball and score the free net so long as you're back post. Final mechanic for Platinum, kickoffs. For some reason, most players don't think of kickoffs as a mechanic, but they are. I'm sick and tired of seeing bad kickoffs all the way up to champ in Rocket League. Like, this is unacceptable. If you join my Discord server and we're doing a one-on-one coaching session and I see you driving the whole way to the kickoff, get out, class canceled. But jokes aside, if you want to rank up and you have a bad kickoff, what are we doing? I'm not saying you have to learn the speed flip in Platinum. We'll talk about when I think you should learn that later. Compared to what I usually see in Plat, which is like not even hitting the kickoff sometimes, I'll take front flip into the kickoff. You know, drive, front flip into the kickoff, even though that's wrong. Optimally, even if you don't know how to speed flip, I'd rather you diagonal flip than side flip into the 50-50. That way you control it and maintain possession. But I'm not going to turn this into one of my kickoff tutorials. Anything but the drive kickoff. Learn in Plat, and you will get out of Plat. I promise. Those 5 mechanics are all you need to get out of Plat. Notice I didn't mention dribbling. Notice I didn't mention backward saves. Notice I didn't mention fast aerials even. Yes, I'm serious. I don't think you can or really should be fast aerialing in Plat. I think you could double jump, but fast aerial, no. Because these things all come later, and I'm going to try to convince you of why I would learn them later. Once again, this is what I would do, and this is what I'm recommending them for you. Moving up to Diamond. Once you get to Diamond, you'll probably hit your first wall of improvement. And when this happens, you have 2 options. Either option A, you can try to figure it out yourself, or B, you can save yourself some time and ask a higher ranked player. If you can relate, you might be a good fit to get one-on-one coaching with me and my team at the Grand Champs. At the GCD, we do paid one-on-one coaching for 18+ players, ranked Diamond and above. And trust me, I get it, because when I was hard stuck earlier this year, for over a year in Grand Champ 1, I started doing coaching. In March, I started working with our pro coach Shock. In less than 10 weeks,
I'm so hungry, and I'm so excited to play with Henry. I just saw his mom.
She's still in love with me. Hey, yo.
As of the end of August, he's got
It's an old joke.
actively training. So if you want one
When I was
12 of 40
9 and 10.
message to my team Discord account,
Okay.
They're not actually my cousins, by the way. They're just like amazing family friends. But she used to say that I was her boyfriend. Because you know how old people do that to young people. Okay, she's not old. She's very pretty. She's like 45 and she's beautiful. And she's like, oh, that's my boyfriend. Like as a joke. Or I think people would say she was my girlfriend. And then that dickhead Noah, 3-year-old, was born and she left me. Just kidding. She's really pretty though. I would never, ever, ever, ever think to do that, but... Do I say beautiful for a woman I'm not attracted to, or...?
Bronze positioning, silver positioning, gold positioning, diamond positioning plus ground control, champ positioning plus air control, GC, air control, SSL, you'll probably learn everything. This is one of my favorites. The reason this is so good is because it's true.
In Malibu, am I not like appearing online, or is he just egoing me? Tell you guys messages. So I messaged him 2:51 this morning. I said, we should play later if you want. No problem if not. Wait, I got to spit. And he said, I'll play some games with you later. And I said, alright, I'll be on. 4 hours ago. Shut up, Did he say... Did he say in a little bit?
Am I more like Doc, or am I more like Lightning?
Later. I'm assuming probably 6:30. My dad's making dinner right now. It'll probably take like no more than 10. Dude, if he fucking invites me while I'm eating, I'm gonna come and crash out on that.
With affordable career-focused grad programs like psychology, cybersecurity, and our MBA, you'll gain skills employers are looking for.
What hoping for master's degree was the platform was online. It was outlined.
And wherever your career takes you, your SNHU degree can help you reach your goals.
There's always somebody there who can help you. You don't have to do it alone. I really mean that too.
Visit SNHU.
The room getting colder. Looking at the devil and the angel on my shoulder. Will I die tonight? I don't know. Is it over? Looking for my next high. I'm looking for closure. Lean with me. Pop with me. Get high with me if you rock with me. Smoke with me. Drink with me. Fucked up liver with some bad kidneys. Oh my. Pop with me. Get high with me if you rock with me. Drink with me. Freaked up liver with some bad kidneys.
You know what? I'm Tom Vader.
Die, I'm a die, young.
I'm here to help. I'm not the
Oh
main
shoot.
character. You're the main character. I'm just here to help. Anyways, I digress. What are we talking about? Airwolf Shop. Yes.
Really
Airwolf Shop on screen.
This shit ain't fiction, it's too real, too real. Fuck one dose, I need 2 pills. I know I gotta find it. Ring, ring, plug in my phone, perfect timing. I know I'm not right. No, I'm not wrong, but I'm not wrong. Hate it went too high, but it's where I belong. Where I belong. Lean with me. Pop with me. Get high with me if you rock with me. Smoke with me. Drink with me. Fucked up liver with some bad kidneys. Lean with me. Pop with me. Get high with me if you rock with me. Smoke with me. Drink with me. Fucked up liver with some bad kidneys. No Visine, there's no pain, no saline. Yeah, I love weed. Wait, what the freak? I laugh when they ask if my piss cleaner. Pop with me. Could you smoke and shot with me? If it does pay, are you gonna drop with me? This I like Juice WRLD a lot, but I like it like how Phase Adapt does. Like, I'm not freaking, oh my gosh, I hate my life. It's just all catchy songs I know every word to, because I once had a phase, not an emo phase, but a Juice WRLD phase, X phase, just like all that kind of music, like Lil Uzi Vert, Lil Baby a lot, Gunna a lot. I used to listen to One of One like 12 times a day. I'm not even lying. Okay, I'm lying. Like 5 times a day. Okay, I'm lying. Probably like 3. But still, that's a lot. For the same song over and over. Like I would skip other songs just to go back and listen to 101. 101 Bitchin' 18.
1-on-1 never again. Thing is, I probably don't even know all the words. But like, now, I still listen to a lot of the same ones. I listen to Lil Uzi a lot, Drake more than ever. I'm a 0.6% Drake listener globally. Drake, Lil Uzi, Frank Ocean. If he wasn't freaking gay, if he was a woman, I'd say I'd date him. But he's gay, and I can't say that I would date a gay person because then it makes me seem gay. And he would actually probably want to kiss me. Because he likes wiener. But his music is freaking amazing. So Frank Ocean, Drake, Lil Uzi, and then,
you just have to train your eyes to look, even if your camera isn't
Lil Wayne.
direction as your car. Does that make sense?
Wait.
Hopefully that analogy made sense. You have to get your
I think Lil Wayne is who I was thinking of, but I listen to Lil Uzi a lot more actually, so. And then Post Malone, that's about it, that's all I listen to. Like obviously there's other songs, like right now I'm listening to Reel It In by Imani, bro. Reel It In, I got the bag, CNN, some shit like that. Like you want me to read my playlist right now? But the guys I just named are who I enjoy the most listening to. That's how I could word it. Okay, Big X the Plug, Drake, Lil Wayne, Cardi, SD Kid, Juice WRLD, Migos, Ken Carson, Yeet, Lil Baby, Gunna. Same song, Drip Too Hard. J. Cole, Lil Mosey, DJ Mustard and Migos, Pure Water. Fetty Wap, Lil Uzi, Lil Tecca, Post Malone, Pop Smoke, Drake, Lil Durk, Future, Metro Boomin, Playboy Cardi, SD Kid, Juice WRLD, Imani, Metro Boomin, Yeet, Lil Baby, J. Cole, Lil Wayne, Youngboy Never Broke Again, Travis Scott, Don Toliver, Lil Uzi, Lil Tecca, DDG, the hell? Pop Smoke, Drake, Lil Uzi, Future, Playboy Cardi, SD Kid, Fetty Wap, Juice WRLD, DJ Mustard, Roddy Rich, White Iverson, what the fuck, I just read the name of the song, Post Malone, Lil Baby, Gunna, Polo G, Lil Wayne, Travis Scott, Ray Strummer. But that's not my main playlist. This is my alt account playlist, so like just songs I know every word to practically. Let's see. Completely random song. Headlines, oh my gosh, I'm about to sing every single fucking word. Unless I run out of breath, I'm not missing a word either. Come on. I might be too strung out on compliments, overdose on confidence, starting not to give a fuck and start fearing the consequence. Drinking, wait, hold on, sorry, I'm out of breath. Faded way too long, I'm flowing in and out of consciousness and they saying I'm back. I'd agree with that. I just take my time with all this shit, I still believe in that. And it, what the fuck? Oh, I needed that. And they want to see me pick back up. What would I leave it at? I know I exaggerated things. Now I got it like that. Tap my napkin in my shirt cause I'm just mobbing like that. You know good and well that you don't want a problem like that. When Rami catch your body like that. No, don't do it. Please don't do it. Cause one of us goes in and we all go through it. See, Drizzy got the money, so Drizzy gon' pay it. Those my brothers, I ain't even gotta say it. That's just something they know. They know, they know, they know. They know, they know, they do. They know, they know, they do. Yeah, they know, yeah, that the real is on the rise. Fuck them other guys. I even gave them a chance to decide. Nah, it's something they know. They know, they know, they know. I be yelling out money over everything, money on my mind. Then she wanna ask when it got so empty. Tell her I apologize, happened over time. She said they miss the old Drake, girl, don't tempt me. If they don't get it, they'll be over. That new shit that you got is old. She better do what she's supposed to do. I'm like, why I gotta be all that, but still I can deny the fact that it's true. You expressing all them feelings, so proper rappers only. Segments sound like all my children. You thinking about the come and make a killing? I guess it really is just me, myself, and all my millions. You know it, they ain't even got it like that. You gon' light me up and make me do a crowd like that. What the fuck are the words that are generating my head? When they get my shit in play, I ain't even gotta say it. They know. They know, they know, they know. I don't think he says the word headlines once. They know. They know, they know, they know.
They know, yeah, that the real is on rise. Fuck them other guys. I even gave them a chance to decide. Nah, it's something they know. They know, they know, you know. I be yelling now, money over everything, money on my mind, mine. Tell her I apologize, it happened over time. Time. They know.
The reason I feel so passionate about this is because I used to be that kid. Like, I was in high school, spamming redirect packs in champ. And it's like, you want to know why you're stuck in champ? It's because you're spamming redirect packs, and like, you can't do the basics. So realistically, where should redirects go? I mean, they should go in like, I would argue grand champ, because really, why are you pushing upfield for redirect champ? Like, the Highlands are not going to hit you with pass. But just for the lulls, terrible. Redirects, get them out of my face. Mechanic number 2, or the first real mechanic of champ. Catches. Warning, before we get into catches and the rest of the champ mechanic, champ is where this tier list might get a bit overwhelming. We've got a lot of stuff to cover, and if you just don't know what champs are doing in 2024, keep watching. But if you know what you need to do, you just don't know where to start, chances are you don't need the rest of this tier list. What you need is one-on-one advice. If you didn't know, most players I
What the hell?
get coaching between
What the hell? Why is my car
my
like...
team at the Grand Champ Weekend does
That's weird.
coaching for 18 plus players ranked diamond and above. And as of the end of August, we've got 109 total students actively coaching with us. So if you're feeling stuck and you want to try something new, DM my team Discord account with the keyword tier list 2 for one-on-one coaching. I'll have my team Discord account first link in the description below. That's the keyword tier list 2 to please qualify for one-on-one coaching. 18 plus. Now, on to catches and the rest of the champ. If Platinum was the rank of hitting the ball hard, and Diamond was the rank of hitting the ball accurately, Champ is the rank of controlling the ball. At some point, you have to learn how to stop just sending away possession to your opponent. If you send the ball to a good opponent, they're just going to take it, control it, and then score on you more often than not. So once you get to Champ, I want you
Oh,
to start
my lord.
a fantastic pack I used to train this was
Did you lose it, girl? I'd rather lie than to do. Wait, what?
You're dribbling so much will make it faster for you to transition.
Super rich kid, nothing. What? Nights is this slow?
I can catch the ball is why I'm scoring on them. And that's all down.
Round the city, round the
On
clock.
that note, the second thing I want you to
Everybody needs you.
practice your flicks. It's very important that you learn how to click.
Oh,
A lot of champs and a lot of low rank players are going to early challenge. So if they're early challenging you, you can either one, throw your hands up and say,
Someone called me.
I can't rank up.
Honest with you. Perfect timing, hopefully.
I never get as much space as you do moving at your rank. These champ players are so much faster at my rank. But if you want to actually improve and rank up, guess what? Rather than complain about other people early challenging and not giving you space, get faster at catching the ball, get faster at flicking the ball, and just drill quick flicks in free play. This will help you so much through champ and even on the Pokemon champ. Next mechanic in champ, directional air roll. When I first learned mechanics in champ, I started with all the stuff like air dribbles and double taps and ceiling shots. But if I could go back, what I would do before learning any of those things is start with directional air roll. The reason is because when you get better at directional air rolls first, all of a sudden your double taps are better, more accurate. All of a sudden your air dribbles are better. All of a sudden your flip resets are better because you can actually control your car in the air. You don't have to learn both air rolls, but learning one directional air roll will unlock so much aerial control and so many aerial mechanics. In 2024, it's pretty much mandatory at the high ranks to know at least one. So if I could go back, I would have started it in champ before all this other stuff. This other stuff includes air dribbles, double taps, and ceiling shots. Are they useful in champ? Sure, and yes, you can probably start learning them at this rank, because sometimes they are the best way to score at this rank, because you need to know how to control the ball. But still, reminder, most of the stuff on this list is more important. And by more important, I mean you will use it more. So if I was coaching me in champ, I would say, yeah, let's learn some solo plays. But just because I know how many of you guys are air dribbling and double tap, instead of doing all the good stuff, I'm just going to put a warning here, like just because I put air dribbles doesn't mean like the only thing we learn in champ is air dribbles. Like, if you're stuck in champ, you might not need just air dribbles, like, you can do other stuff. Two mechanics that I really do want you to practice, though, like, jokes aside, that I think are probably the most underrated potentially on this entire tier list: bounce dribbles and power side cuts. If you've ever thought that you're inconsistent or that your first touches aren't good, the problem might be because you're just inconsistent, and, well, like, we should do things inconsistent, like maybe do training routines and et cetera, et cetera. But if you want a mechanic you can practice to get more consistent, practice power side. The reason is because power side allows you to make more precise turns on the ground. And not only is it good when you're recovering, like you should always hold power side when you land, and many of you guys know this stuff that I've talked about. But what people don't realize is power side allows you to get good first touches on the ball. It's what allows you to get a precise dribble started, a precise catch, a precise cut, and take the ball across the field. And yet, for how good they are, it's just not fun to practice. Like, nobody wants to go into free play and do my hot potato drill that I talked about in my free play drills video, and yet the people who do every time get so much results. This is one of the only mechanics in Champ that I didn't learn, but I wish I would have. Finally, two more mechanics in Champ. First one, backboard defense. If players are going to start air dribbling on you, we got to learn how to use the backboard. So many champ players forget to rotate back post and forget to use the backboard entirely, and will just push up to their front post and wonder why they can't defend air dribbles. You don't need to be a pro player to defend a champ air dribble. You just need to go on the backboard. So don't forget that just because you're in champ doesn't mean you should just all of a sudden start rotating in the middle of the net and skip back post. Like, if I could give one recommendation for game sense for champ players, it's don't think you're better than back post. Continue to rotate back post and continue to use the backboard, because now you actually have a reason to use it. Like, you can use the backboard. So don't push up to the middle of your net. Stay back post, practice backboard defense, and use the backboard, especially against aerial attacks. Last mechanic in Champ, and I don't know if this counts, but fakes. When I play lower ranked players, I think one of the reasons that I'm so effective against them is because everything works. When you get to the rank of Champ, everybody's so focused on playing faster, they forget they can just fake. So my go-to move, if I ever get the ball in open space and I'm in a one-on-one and I don't know what to do, put the ball on my car, drive towards the net, make it look like I'm going to do something. I don't know what I'm going to do. And guess what? Hit the brakes, let the ball fall off of your car. You let it fall off of your car, and you take a little 50. You let it fall off of your car, and just let them fly off to the side. Now, can you fake all the time? No, you probably won't score. But talk about underrated mechanics. You don't have to always try to flick, especially like in front of your net. You can put the ball in front of your net, low 50-50. Start a dribble, let it fall off, fake. So effective. Do this and you will literally score 3 times as much in Champ. First mechanic in Grand Champ, pinches. Can you technically learn these sooner? Sure, but if I think about it, pinches really only started to be useful for me in Grand Champ. The reason is because once you're in Grand Champ, you start to understand when you should control the ball. But sometimes you're just going to be late, or you're going to be beat out of position. In these cases, sometimes pinching the ball can buy you the time you need, or clear the ball, or like you could free jump, fly up to the ball like I showed in my 7 meta mechanics video, and pinch it before the opponent gets to it to shut down an aerial attack. Those use cases of pinches really become effective in Grand Champ. Second mechanic, Doomsy dishes. If you're ever on an offensive breakaway and you need to score fast, a Doomsy dish, aka scoring the ball from your opponent's backboard, can be useful. It's just a sort of arrow adjustment that you have to learn, and I do use these a lot in Grand Champ. Mechanic number 3, squishy saves. This just makes you able to recover from the aggressive plays that you're going to want to use in Grand Champ. Squishy saves, you should learn. And then advanced flicks, like 45-degree flicks, 90-degree flicks. No, I'm not talking about musty flicks. Like, I thought I needed to learn musty flicks to rank up, and I learned them, and guess what? I'm still Grand Champ 3, like, they're not the secret. But 45-degree flicks, I do think are underrated, especially in one-on-one situations. If you get good at these, some of your shots will just become unsafe. Sleeper mechanic, you may be surprised about ground to air dribble. I saw a comment about ground to air dribble being good at Champ, and once again, do I think they are good at Champ? Of course, but the truth is, most Champ players can't even do a good wall to air dribble. Like, they think they can, but they can't. So I would master the wall to air dribble in Champ, and then one thing that has helped me loads, like, actually, this is probably the single most important mechanic in the Grand Champ list, ground to air dribble setups. Specifically, this training pack called Realistic Air Dribbles. My coach Shock at the Grand Champ Bootcamp gave me this pack in March, and I used this pack and this pack alone to hit my new peak rank of 1709 Grand Champ 3. Right? Having these realistic setups is so important, because when you get to the higher ranks, you're not going to get time to take the ball to the sidewall. And so if you can start an air dribble from midair, or start a flip reset, or grab a flip reset literally out of the air, or put the ball in your car and go from, instead of just flicking the ball, to actually air dribbling across the field, so effective. Ground to air dribbles, must learn in Grand Champ. I wish I would have learned it sooner. Not in Champ, but earlier in Grand Champ 1, as opposed to like being hard stuff Grand Champ 2 for a year and then learning it. Anyways, another mechanic, passing. I don't know if passing is a mechanic, but I'm putting it in Grand Champ. The reason I'm putting it in Grand Champ is because in my Road to GC series, I didn't pass at all. And by passing, I mean like relying on my teammates. Like sometimes I'd hit the ball off the backboard and rotate back, and if they score, they score. But like I would never have a solo play opportunity and then pass it to them, just because it's so risky at the low rank. Once you get to the higher ranks, the mechanics are more consistent, passing makes more sense. But I don't like deliberately pass when I'm solo queuing, at least. I'm just saying what works for me when I was doing my Road to Grand Champ, and just from a risk reward standpoint, I don't think it's worth it. Maybe I'll change my view on this later as champs become more consistent, but as long as champ 2s are consistent as champ 2s are, I'm not passing. Second to last mechanic in Grand Champ, the fancy wave dashes. The wall dash, the zap dash, the Mina flip, whatever the other dashes that comes out are. I've learned them all. I think they all give you a little bit of a benefit, besides just looking cool. But yeah, in Grand Champ, maybe a small edge, maybe it's like a 0.2% gain. It really doesn't help that much. But if you want to learn them in Grand Champ, that's where I would do it, and that's kind of what I did. But the last most important mechanic, and this is one that I'm going to eat my words on, guys, flip resets. Don't get me wrong. I think flip resets, like if I could go back, I would still only start them in Grand Champ once I got air dribbles and double taps and ceiling shots down. But I spent too long, trying to not learn flip resets and like prove to people you don't need flip resets to rank up. The truth is, once you get to like Grand Champ and the backboard defense is good, most opponents will stop a cookie cutter air dribble. And so you need some direction change on your shot. Whether that's somehow getting your flip like on a ceiling shot or going for a double tap or something, you need some sort of like redirect or misdirection, and flip resets, you're here first. I wish I would have learned them sooner. I would still only wait until Grand Champ 1, but I spent too much time as a Grand Champ 2, literally Grand Champ 2, not knowing how to flip reset. In 2024, I would say flip resets are my last essential Grand Champ mechanic. Finally, moving on to SSL, and really I should say Grand Champ 3 plus, because like I'm currently Grand Champ 3, and I think I'm going to get to SSL soon, but I'm not quite there yet. So actually, let me create a separate tier just for Grand Champ 3 and SSL. Or maybe just put this on the end of Grand Champ. I'll just tell you guys what I'm working on right now. Currently, I've peaked Grand Champ 3, so about 100 MMR, 10 wins away from SSL. And I went to my coach the other day, Shock, and I was like, hey Shock, I don't know what I need to get to SSL. I think I need another air roll. And he said, do you really need another air roll? Tell me why you need another air roll. And after talking, we decided I didn't need air roll. What I actually needed was just more advanced aerial control. And so I'm going to put 2 mechanics here in Grand Champ 3 that I'm now working on that Shock literally prescribed to me. And this is why I'm such an advocate for coaching guys. Like, if it wasn't for talking with Shock, I would have probably spent hundreds of hours trying to learn another air roll just because I see pros learning it, when that's not what I need right now. Instead, Shock told me 2 things: wall stops and dodge control. I'll explain what these are. They're kind of advanced mechanics. They don't really have names yet, but there are 2 really good training packs from the pro coach expert that help with this. Wall stops are these like 2-ton ball stop.
Alright. Ender's eating, so nothing should be interrupting when Henry gets on. Oh, he's been on. When he
So it's one of the biggest separating factors.
invites me.
The second one is dodge. What they do is let's see the ball finally moving on to SSL through everything that you have probably stopped. I just must be good. You don't need to play that stuff. And I'm still rampant, so if I feel then I'll stop. It'll be your better than like a slippery set. That's what just because I spent so much time on the slippery sets, this really is both directional air rolls. Some pros at the high levels, like Reddles, who's picking up a second air roll, and any other pros, like Super Object, picking up a second air roll, but out of them are air roll project. It's a small knife, and the pros need every effort. But for most of you, we don't need 2 directional air rolls. So if you know one that's debating, like, if you have another air roll, answer, according to my pro coach, stop. give me a blind alert. Then that's me done. Okay, those are my best mechanics to learn first in 2024 tier list. Hopefully the house you know where to start. Put this playlist and find the house to whatever you want. Stop areas, network playback is even as a list of your best. Let's go on. Play it and click on that can be a really good thing to have as a skills, prescription diet, and nutrition. The process, strategy, attitude, and as little as serious so you can learn to effect.
You've got ideas. Right. Innovation has been waiting. Valor gives you the power to build, fix, and upgrade at prices that deliver more for your dollar. Valor, heavy duty guaranteed.
Yes, people, it is a new year wearing sunglasses indoors. Generally afterwards, you know those tips that appear at the bottom of the road page that say jump to jump. Well, I have the idea. What if I made a video like jump to step? The tips are really useful. So today, this is 50 things you want to know that probably don't is number one, every control is this includes the obvious controls that include principles like jump, boost, and airwall, but it also includes the controls that you want. We're talking about reverse power slide. You want to you don't have the habit, you're playing it with. So, in an argument, if every keybind does not have spot on your controller, and you're not above Grand Champ, go watch over my settings guide or anybody's settings guide before you do anything. Number two, you can find lists of the most popular pro settings on a website called Wikipedia. I transitioned from ADM to controller, and after that, just my controls basic lines of a pretty guideline that I have today. But every single time I make a move, I always go to Wikipedia. So if you're thinking about changing controller settings, camera settings, anything, go to Wikipedia and use the pros as inspiration, but also be careful to not copy them straight up. Experiment to find what to do. Number three, you can find public replays of pro ranked matches on ball-facing down. This was really cool for me when I first discovered it, because for the average Joe like you and me, you can watch any pro you want, even the ones that don't upload on. So if you have skills to play like, maybe you can buy your friends, do the year, go to ball-facing, and with enough coaching, you can find them. Number four, almost all pros play on the lowest tier settings for distraction and fast performance. Also, almost all pros are on PC. Now, as many of you know, I started a premium Rocket League coaching program. I think we're the most expensive and also best program out there, in my humble, biased opinion. And as much as I wish I could sit here and tell you that the best investment you can make is my program, the truth is, the best investment you can make if you're playing Rocket League on console is just to get a PC. I didn't make the rules, but the fact that you have workshop maps on PC, the fact that you have things like Bacchus Mod and other training tools, and just the fact that input lag isn't like crippling on PC means if you go from console to PC, you will straight up play faster. Number five, find power slide and joystick air roll with the same button on your controller. First of all, power slide only happens on the ground, and joystick air roll only happens in the air. So put them on the same button to make your recovery smoother and just to free up some real estate on your controller. Number six, joystick air roll and directional air roll are not the same thing. The lesson I found is joystick air roll is definitely better for ground recoveries and air roll shots, whereas directional air roll is what you want to prioritize on long-term aerial. So start with joystick air roll for the basics, and then either picking up one the directional air roll bind, whether it's air roll left or air roll right, as context. Number seven, sensitivity are massively underrated. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just like there's mouse sensitivity in shooter games, Rocket League has control sensitivity. So while the pros may use high sensitivity, anywhere from 1.4 to 2.0, if you are a new player, our start out with a lower sensitivity, just focus on consistency and participation. A good launch pad for ground and sensitivity 1.2 and 1.4 during aerial tests, and then once again, flying ranks, slowly test out small increases in testing. Number 8, you can hold your first jump time and height for a maximum of more height, 1 to 10 seconds. So at the speed, if you're somebody who just double taps your jump fast, you're just instead almost always want to guide your first jump to max out your jump time when hitting the ball or that second jump for a fast rate. So whether you're jumping off the ground for a fast rate or jumping off the wall, you almost always want to your first jump time before Number 9, objects are further than they appear. In real life, when you're driving a car, they always tell you that you're closer than they appear. Unlike in Rocket League, objects are actually further than they appear. The problem with this is that in practice, many low-ranked players go into Rocket League and they take off way sooner than they think. Remember, in Rocket League, the ball or the opponent is almost always further than they appear. So avoid jumping too high or too early. Otherwise, you're going to have to course correct down and you're going to get into the habit of spiking all your aerial shots straight into the ground for easy saves. Quick warning before I go on, the Grand Champ Bootcamp isn't rolling just 10 more players this week. The Grand Champ Bootcamp specializes in helping gold and champ rank players rank up to GC in just 90 days. When you join, you gain immediate access to a network of over 3,000 competitive players, and then you're tested and matched with a best fit coach based on your custom needs. Every step of the way is personalized as you go so that you make the most ranked progress during your first 90 days. So if you're done being hard stuck, DM the GCB with the keyword stuck to learn more about the program. I'll have their new client account listed first link in the description below, so click the link to learn more. Number 10, there is no such thing as a mechanical flat. If you're watching right now and you think you're a mechanical flat, the truth is you are just a bumper. I know this hurts, but I'm saying this because I've been there before and I want to protect you. Look, the last thing you want is to be the guy in Twitch chat talking about all the mechanics you know and how despite you know all these mechanics, you are still flat. Everyone knows people who talk about how mechanical they are not the type of people that are usually very mechanical. 11. There are 2 ways to half-flip and also 2 ways to speed flip. Long story short, you should learn how to half-flip both ways, but you don't need to know both of the ways to speed flip. If you know what I'm talking about, just learn the arrow method or the joystick method for speed flips, but make sure you learn how to quarter flip and how to do perfect half flips or half flips. If you don't know what I'm talking about, see my most recent recovery guide for more. I explain it all there. Number 12, don't defend from inside the net. This is not soccer, and you are not a goalkeeper. Sure, once you get to Grand Champ 1, then you can come back and talk to me about going front post instead of back post, and going through your net for footing saves instead of just rotating around. But if you are Champ 2 or below, the reason you're not ranking up is because you think you're smarter than you are. If you want to rank up, simply stop thinking you're smarter than you are and play by the rules. Number 13, players have all else equal, a play in the court will progress much slower than a play in the center of the field. What this means is when you're on offense, you want to try to attack to the middle to apply pressure quicker. Opposite, when you're on defense, you want to force them into the corner to stall time. You need to understand, once you get past the champ ranks, you can't just boom the ball into your opponent's corner and expect them to give up goals and let you out. Same thing goes on defense. You can't sit in that and let it happen into the center of the field, expect to be able to save a well-played flip or well-set-up bounce flip. If you want to learn how to play corners, watch my video called The Only Video You Can Get Done. I call it corner portion. Everything you need to know is way more done. Number 14. All tips are useful, they just might not be useful in actual. it's almost halfway through the video. You're clearly one of the real. I want you to validate that almost any useful and is helpful for somebody at some rank. The hard part about improving philosophy is that what works in one rank might not work. So as you're progressing, you need to constantly learn and also unlearn rules.
Some old friends. That makes them new ones too. This year, what is this government? One thing calls on the north. Remember your past, I go to school.
You forgot about me.
For the warmth and comfort they need. Tractor Supply. I'm gonna be like Rizzo. I'm sad for you. What's your sadness to this? No, I was sad. What are you saying? Oh, you get me. I don't want to tell you. Wait, yeah, but one season. Come on, just tell me, just give me a hint. Give me. Okay. Okay. No, I can't. Okay. It's something you can wear. You're not Balenciaga. No. No, you're not. You're Balenciaga. No. You got me Balenciaga. Fuck no. You just heard me say no. Okay, we're here. Thank you, sir. Well, Yana, you want to know what I got? This is a contract slapped on my desk. How about that? A lot of bullshit. But I didn't get to have a Christmas this year. I didn't get to see my family. What? Wait, He's mad that I am the king of LA. They call me the party. Well, let's get the menu. Okay. See? They must be out. They must be out of stock. No, they Answer the phone. Answer the phone. Answer. Answer now. He's getting a divorce?
What's up, dude? What's up? I just got a hard ego by my cousin. At like 2 o'clock today, I was like, yo, you wanna play some Rocket League? Just like how we used to back in the day. Every single day for like 6 hours straight. But he said, yeah, I'll play a couple games with you. Got online, and then didn't invite me to the game, and just got off. Yeah, he's like 18 or 19, I think. Dude, he's fucking sick, bro. It's so cool. He snowboarded in the Olympics. He did Olympic parkour. Like, what kind of gay shit? That's fucking sick. And he was also a professional skater. Like that. And he went to champions in his varsity college baseball team. Baseball team in college. I have a feeling I'm gonna be ass at baseball. I used to be really, really, really good. Awesome, dude. Bro, it's so annoying. And I don't want to message him because then I'm that kid, bro. Like, I said I don't want to message him because then I'm that kid. I don't know. Him not talk to me anymore. I barely talk to him. This is probably the first time talking to him in like 4 years before Noah was born. Because he always gets off at the same time. He always gets off around the same time, so no, gets off, and I'm thinking maybe he has work or some shit, so I don't know. I can't think of anything. You're gonna have to help me. Because he has PS app. He always looks at PS app. But... Love you. So at 2:30, I said... I said, we should play later if you want. No problem if you can. And he said, I'll play some games with you later. And I said, alright, I'll be on. And he'd go from there. Living in a penis wonderland. Here comes Daddy Claus. Here comes Daddy Claus. Right down Daddy Claus lane. Yeah, the thing is, bro, I know I'm gonna sell. Because he's Grand Champ. I'm fucking Diamond 1. So it goes... I'm actually very low Diamond 1. So like Plat 3 practically. But it goes Diamond 1, Diamond 2, 3, 4, 5. Then, Champ 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then Grand Champ 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not including all of the divisions that there is. So it'll go Champ 1, and then Division 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then Champ 2. So he's way ahead of me. Last time we played, though, I was Silver and he was Diamond. Silver's like the third worst in fucking game. It's the second worst, actually. And I was lagging on a PS4, so probably has like trauma playing against me. I was thinking about LARPing, like sending a LARP message, like just to get him to recognize, be like, all right, I just got back or some shit, like something like that. Just this, like, clock it in his head that, oh yeah, I was supposed to play with it. But I don't know what to say. I can't do that, oh, I didn't mean to message you thing. Because then they'll just be like, alright, fuck you, Sigma. And then not get on. Oh, he's back on. PS app. He's gonna see that I'm all alone in training, like a damsel in distress, and be like, yo, what's up, yo? Wait, he might message. He might actually message. He'll be like, my bad, yo. Gotta play tomorrow. Which, I don't care, even though, bro, I've been so excited all day. I love talking to her. I even talked to his mom freaking, like, 10 minutes ago. I was like, what's up, Shouty? Because they're not, like, actually family, but they are so close to my mom, they are. She's known, her name's Wendy. Not my mom, but his mom. Her name's Wendy. They've known each other since they were, like, 4 years old. So they're family. I've known Henry since I was like 6. Henry used to babysit. Babysit even though I was like 10 years old. Not babysit, I'd go over and hang out, but it was definitely babysit. And then, dude, they have another brother, and you would fucking love them. They have 3 total brothers. One's Jackson, one's Henry, one's Landon. You would fucking love Landon, bro. He's a gym rat, he's fucking huge. He's good looking, like, dude. I realized it the other day. I went to Chipotle with him a long time ago, and he has a white BMW, and I was like, or no, he said something. He called it the fucking cream machine, and I was like, what the hell does that mean? No, I was like, what does that mean? Because I actually didn't know, and he said the sour cream machine. And I was like, oh yeah. Now that I know, this is not fucking sour cream. Yeah, he had a Mario plushie in there with a condom in its hand. I remember that. A Mario plushie with a condom in its hand. I do remember that. Not like an open condom, but it was a joke. Like, and they had this big ass basket of protein bars, and I like slammed. Not even joking, like 30 of them. Bro, it was so fucking good. Because they didn't get the grainy ones; they got the nice thick chocolate. Like, oh yes. Okay, he got off PSN. What should I say, bro? I gotta say something. Nah, because then he's gonna be like, oh, my bad, yo. Like, I don't want him to feel bad for me. Dude, if only I was good at this game, I'd like send him a clip of me doing something. I'm fucking ass. Yeah, but I'm fucking ass too. It's Sigma. I'm gonna look at all my clips.
Shut the restaurant down for us. Thank you very much. Get it done.
Albums, Rocket League. That's it. What do I do here? I clip that? Okay.
I can't be more excited for this. Yes. Okay. So.
Oh, I had a classy flip. That was pretty clean. I could possibly say that.
And we're going to split Nashville hot mozzarella. And I might try myself with that.
Okay. I think I'm going to go with.
Okay, if I could mute the audio on this clip. There's no way to. Never mind. That'd be perfect.
Oh wait, actually, this one's actually really good with the avocado.
I'm about to start nutting my foot's now.
L diet. I'm kidding, Chad.
Okay, that's a good shot.
Put the jam on the side that lady's uncomfortable. Oh, should we try to get out of frame? Huh? Should we try to get her out of frame? Because what about the people behind us? Yeah, it should be fine. Yeah, true. I don't care, bro. Rest in peace. He's dead now. Fuck it, I don't care.
Okay, you can just buy it anyway.
So is the cheese Nashville hot or is the breading Nashville?
No, like the breading of the mozzarella. It's really good. I promise it's life changing.
Why did I clip
What do we
this?
have going on here? Alcohol? How you doing? I think we're ready to work.
I didn't even fucking do anything. Why did I clip
For
it?
the drink, can I do water with lemon?
Two of those, please.
And then can I do a side of 3 hot mozzarella with ranch? Yes, please. And then can I do the chicken bacon ranch quesadillas with ranch? And then the smallest size fries you have.
Okay?
Yeah.
I'm going to do the Southwestern queso with the house-made guacamole, the bottomless chips and salsa, the bone-in wings, the boneless wings, the original steak, shrimp, and chicken trio. I'll do the 4 crispers, the triple dipper, the old-timer with cheese, and the classics. What? I'm just kidding.
I'll just do the history. What's healthier? I'll do the, I'll do a little bit more. Drew? Could we get the Nashville cheese sticks and bring it up for the food? Is that possible? Yeah. Here you go. For what? What happened? Oh, now I want the wings. Now I want this, and that. You're paying. Now I'm going to get full menu. You actually did? Oh my gosh. What's this?
Wait, this will work. Wait, this is a good clip. Ah. Did I say anything in the clip? Hopefully not. Hold on. Did I say anything? Oh yeah, it's because my party only allows 2 people because this dickhead ass kept joining me when my cousin. Forward mode! I'll just change the settings. 4 players is the limit. Invite that dumbass boy. I invited him. Invite that dumbass boy. You guys realize, Jeffrey, shut the fuck up, by the way. He egoed me. Sorry, I don't know why I told you to shut up. But, if he fucking invites me, you guys realize I do gotta go. I got it. Yeah, that's why I told you to shut the hell up. Sorry. I just don't want to get reminded of my closest cousin egoing me. Tasha. Oh yeah. No, he fucking egoed me. Like, Sigma. I'll replace it with the inward hard R. What? Bro, am I the only one that's annoyed that Anthony's like so worried about every black little thing he can think of? He's like, dude, I'm so bloated and my mandibles recessed. Like, dude, you look good, bro. Like, I love the guy. He's probably like the realest friend I got. Sorry, Jack, but you lied to me. He did not lie to me. I think I sent the clip.
You have a snake?
I did.
I can get a corn snake, but I am
Iron Macy? No, that's in the past. I thought that I was dreaming when you said you loved me. I started listening. Oh, that shit's good. What? I do mind. I was just kidding. He just ignored me. No, I wasn't kidding about him egoing me, but me saying I do mind. I was dreaming. I said no. I started. Okay. Gosh, I really wanted to praise him, bro. There's something sus about everybody leaving FaZe. Like, there's got to be some people that are like, bro, I don't want to leave yet. Like Rug, after 13 years, bro, he just leave, bro. And they all left at different hours, bro. They, on the dot too. Like 1, 2, 3, all at the same, like exact pinpoint, just every different hour. Like Jason 1, Ronaldo 2. Like it's so. Why then? Well, I mean, I know they. Why? Well, who the fuck is gonna be in the new FaZe? Also, think about it. Adapt and FaZe, they have endless contracts. They're like the hosts or whatever. Fuck, like they own FaZe. I don't know about that. Like, I believe you. I'm just saying, like, why the fuck, bro? I'm doing anything. You're in one of the biggest fucking communities in the world. The biggest community. And you just leave? What? Are you serious? I'm gonna miss every single week seeing all those idiots together watching the live stream, right?
How was it that quick? It hasn't even been 10 minutes.
Bro, Gerald. Are you in a game right now? Tell me when you're out. Don't fucking go into another one. I said that last time. Fuck you, Isaiah, and then went into another game. Then I had to wait. I want my phone back just so I can watch TikTok. I swear, bro. And then text the huzz. Her name starts with a J, ends with the ACK. Wait, that was kind of horrible. Wait, no, that was actually kind of Dude, I'm gonna hit Plat 3 by the end of the day. If you want to watch Jack, you can. Yeah, should I do it? Should I do it in 2s or 1s? I'm already higher rank in 2s, but I have to play with some dumbass teammates. But 1s, I miss one shot and then the game's over. So it's all pretty hard. If I get a good teammate, easy as fuck. Because I can carry. I only fucking carry. Actually, I'm gonna cancel search. If I hit an aerial, you gotta kiss me. What the heck? Who said that? Off the wall air. Wait, wall to air. Are these things? Yeah. Oh my gosh. Damn it! Okay, please. Dude, I'm actually fucking ass. Musty flag. Musty. Mustard! Is my teammate good? That's a tough ass name. I'm defending you. And my teammate's AFK. What? Wait, my opponent's insane. Jimmy 2 Hone is fucking insane. Dead! Nice hit, teammates. Towards our net, teammates. And he got kaboom the... Boost! Boost! Teammate was too close for anything to go in anyways. Come on, yo. Come on, yo. Nice. Teammate, what the fuck are you doing? This is pissing me off. My fucking teammate's playing like this is 1s, bro. Nice save, teammate. Nice save, teammate. He didn't actually save you. You gotta squid on. And now my teammate's being a dickhead. Whoa, I turned off ball game. Hey. Nice route. Nice route. Nice route. Dude, I was in training for like 4.5 hours straight and fucking awesome. What? How's he not dead? Kinda sus. You got that, yeah. Nice to me. Nice ride. There we go. Nice ride. Nice ride. Just got that boost. Sorry. Start. Go! My God. Oh my God. Oh shit, dude. It's the police. Nice for me. Nice ride. Nice ride. Well, I don't fucking care. See this kid? Jimmy Two-Tone spamming what a save like he isn't a fucking smurf, right? Oh, nice ride. Nice ride. I ain't a kid no more. Nice ride. Nice one. That's gonna be stuck in my head now. What a save! Oh my goodness. Teammate, bro, where you at? Bro, are you serious right now? Oh my gosh. Nice try. That's right. See if I had Damar, bro, and Damar's fucking ass. But I can talk to him. Nice rock. Nice ride! Great pass. What a save, what a save, what a save. Okay, I have to go. Okay, bro. Oh, where's my fucking teammate? Nice rotates, dickhead. Oh, the ground fighting ones. I'm gonna message him. I'm gonna say we can play tomorrow. Oh shit. Oh shit. And he goes for boost over ball. Skid the ball. So. He's so good shit on me. Because that's my luck. What the fuck am I doing? Shadow defense. Bro, what was his car? That sounded good. No. Literally daddy up this game. Here's my boost, yeah. Nice shot, dickhead. Lag? Fucking dead. Damn, where the fuck is he goes? What the fuck? What the fuck? I didn't bump him. What? It never said on your little. Oh my gosh, I just sold trying to hit a musty flake, but I'm like, dude, oh shit, that was kind of tough. Right. Wow. Gotta keep fucking going for boost over ball, yeah. I will. Guess I give you a I'm going for boost and phone. Oh yeah, I guess. Skills boost. I can force like that. You like that? Got that boost there. I just throw it. Jack, you should play Minecraft. Oh! Yow! No! And I